Going to explain how to run a stored procedure in Oracle. This is a fundamental task for any Oracle database developer or administrator. There are several ways to execute a procedure, and we'll cover the most common methods. 1. Using SQL+. This is the classic command line tool for interacting with Oracle databases. First, you need to connect to your database using a username and password. Command is SQL connect username, password at database name. Once connected, you can run a procedure simply by calling its name, followed by any necessary parameters enclosed in parentheses. Example: if you have a procedure named myProcedure that takes an integer as input, you would execute it like this: SQL exec myProcedure 10. If your procedure doesn't take any parameters, you can omit the parentheses, SQL exec myProcedure. SQL+ will then display any output generated by the procedure. Remember to handle potential errors. If a procedure fails, it will generally throw an exception which will interrupt execution. Good practice is to include error handling within the procedure itself. 2. Using SQL Developer. SQL Developer is a more user-friendly graphical tool. After connecting to your database, you can find the procedures in the Connections Navigator. Right-click on the procedure you want to run and select Run. A window will appear where you can specify input parameters if required. SQL Developer provides a more visual and intuitive approach, allowing you to easily see input and output values. It also offers better error handling reporting, showing error messages more clearly than SQL+. 3. Using a programming language. You can call Oracle procedures from various programming languages like Java, Python, PHP, etc., using database connectors. This approach is useful for integrating your database operations into larger applications. The specific syntax depends on the language and the chosen database connector, but generally, it involves establishing a database connection, preparing a callable statement representing the procedure, setting input parameters, if any, executing the statement, and retrieving output parameters or results. This offers the most flexibility and integrates database interactions seamlessly into applications. 4. Handling output parameters. Some procedures return values through output parameters. In SQL+, you can declare variables to capture these output values. For example, SQL variable myOutputNumber, SQL exec, myProcedure 10, myOutput, SQL print myOutput. This assigns the output of the procedure to the variable myOutput and then prints its value. Similar mechanisms are available in SQL Developer and programming languages, allowing you to retrieve and use the procedure's results. In summary, running an Oracle procedure involves selecting the appropriate method, SQL+, SQL Developer, or a programming language, connecting to the database, and calling the procedure with the necessary parameters. Remember to check for errors and handle output parameters when needed. Each method offers a different level of user-friendliness and flexibility, allowing you to choose the best option for your specific